Hello, welcome back to Lattes and Lore. Today we're diving into our favorite reads of 2025. We're going to kind of hit each month with what we loved and possibly mention some that we did not along the way.
Possibly mention some. It probably from me because...
As always, brief possibility of spoilers, but they should be a fair minimum on today's episode as we're just kind of talking about what we loved and everything. But we'll go ahead and dive in. And for January, we were looking through these as we were going. I had I started the year off okay with my books and everything. What was your favorite read?
I read Quicksilver in January. Along with some other stuff, I officially finished Iron Flame. We know, if you're not new to this podcast, we all know how I feel about Iron Flame.
It's our favorite book of all time.
It's not. I would read the dictionary. Which is okay because I didn't write it.
It might have better plot.
It might have. Quicksilver was my favorite in January. I loved that one.
Excellent. I would say out of what I read in January, Lady of Ashes, and that's book 4. In the Lady of Darkness series. No, it's book 3, the Lady of Darkness series by Melissa Rowe. It is good. It's a completed series that gives you major Throne of Glass vibes, but a little darker, a little twistier.
We love dark and twisty. We are dark and twisty.
Highly recommend it if you're like, ooh, I want something that makes me feel like I'm in Aurelia again. That's a good one.
I might have. I'm like, what all you got over there? I am not a fast reader. I would say I'm an average speed reader. My goal is to, like, when I start a book, my reading goal for myself is at least one book a month. That's is
more than half the population,
right? So some of the books that I've read will go into like I started in January but finished it in February, which makes it a February book. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm also really good at dodging responsibility.
So. If I got a lunch break, I probably could read more.
I do a lot of audiobooks while I'm working during the day. So I'm listening while I'm charting on all my people, and then I hit pause when I actually talk to them on the phone. So I go through a lot of books. So it's unfair to compare.
It is, and my ADHD meds, they're like one task at a time, which sucks sometimes.
I had a really fun February. What was your favorites?
February, I kind of got into a reading slump because I finished Onyx Storm in February. And a lot of my books are like hit books of the month because several of them dropped and they were ones that I wanted to read. Over Iron Flame, I loved Onyx Storm. It was one of those that it was different. It had enough plot in it that made it enjoyable for me. And we know, like, when we do the Onyx Storm podcast, it's not on the priority list, but when we do Onyx Storm, I loved the like adventures to the islands, so it was a little bit more enjoyable for me. But that was the only like new book I read. I reread a lot in February.
That's right. Yeah,
I reread A Court of Mist and Fury. I reread that one at least once a year, and I reread Queen of Shadows.
Such a good one.
Overall, Queen of Shadows is still one of my favorite books.
It's one of my favorite from that series.
As far as new ones, Onyx Storm was the new one I read.
So I had a good February. I feel like I'm going to say that most months looking at this list. But I read the Shepherd King duology in February.
Ooh, that is so good. That's so good.
I was like, I picked up One Dark Window because Erica had been recommending it, and then I immediately read book 2.
See, I don't have to immediately read the next one.
I do. Sometimes.
I had read that one in October of last year. It was like, you need to read it. And then she was like, you have to finish the series. And I'm like, do I?
Yes, you do. So February was good. And then we slid into March. And this is a tough one because I finished out the Lady of Darkness series with Lady of Starfire. It was fantastic. I also read a non-fantasy, non-romantasy book.
Oh.
And actually really, really enjoyed it.
Okay.
We've had her on here before, K.M. Russell.
Oh, love her.
Pulled the trigger, and I text her and was like, you're going to have me liking a non-fantasy book. And she's like, you're welcome. But it was very good.
K.M. Russell's books are great. Please read them. We highly recommend them.
Very, very good. What about for March for you? Was there something that you loved?
I read Guild from the Plated Prisoner series. I read the first two ones. So I read Guild, and my year started out kind of slow. I read Guild, and then I read Glint, and I loved Guild. I think out of all of them, Guild was the first one. I kind of DNF'd the series after the third one, which is what
It's a lengthy series, and I finished it because I wanted to know how it ended.
Yeah, fair. But of those two, Guild was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
It was the way I really liked the first one. Like most of the time when you get into like a fantasy kind of world, the first book is like never your favorite because it's a whole lot of world building. But in the Plated Prisoner series, I think the first one is my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah,
because it's like not. It
was enjoyable. It moved well.
It does.
So when we rolled into April...
Oh, I had a bad April. Not as bad as November, but I had a bad April. I read a singular book.
What was your April book?
Gleam. The third one in the Plated Prisoner. And then I was in a book slump. The beginning of the year after Onyx Storm, I was in such a slump.
Yeah. So... I didn't hit a book slump after Onyx Storm.
Oh, I did. It was
and
horrible.
I think it was because I purposely planned to hop right back into the Lady of Darkness series.
Oh, see, not Erica. Erica didn't plan.
And then I read several really good books in February. I read that one and then like the Shepherd King duology because I did not want the book hangover and the slump.
Yes.
But my April, I started the Red Rising series.
Oh, your favorite series.
That book one is so good. Also, The Lady of the Lake by C.N. Crawford. It's like fae spy kind of stuff, kind of James Bond vibes.
We love James Bond.
But with fae and magic. It's excellent. It's also a completed trilogy. So
we love a duology, a trilogy.
We love a complete.
We love a complete series. We also love a 15-book series. So
us starting the Cosmere.
We did. We started the Cosmere. We were like this whole series like. October, we were like, we love a duology. Write short books.
Want to start a 16-book series?
Cosmere. Thanks, Sanderson.
And Realm of the Elderly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robin Hobb. But anyway, moving into May, this is a tough one for me. So do you have any in May that were like, oh, these were fantastic?
Yeah. So after my book slump, so we know I read everything. I read, I started out with because sometimes you just need a short book to quit. I read a Frida McFadden book. I love her thriller books. They're very quick and easy reads for me. But in May, I read Sunrise on the Reaping. That was the best book I'll only read once.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's so good. 5 stars. Actually, no, I gave it 4 stars. 4-star book. But man, I wish... On Goodreads, I wish you could give a 0.5 star because it would be a 4.5. Man, what a good book.
I read it later in the year, but it's not my top one of the month though because I had a really good month when I read that one. My May was great because if you haven't figured it out by now, I love to like stay into a series if I can. I read Golden Sun, immediately went to Morning Star, and then was crushed. If you know, you know, okay?
I don't know.
And then I started John Gwynn's The Bloodsworn Saga, and so it was like those 3 books were so good. And so it's a very close tie between those for my
is those are your two. Those are kind of like...
If you've not read any John Gwynn and you just love like a good old fantasy and you want a battle scene that makes you feel like your arm is sore from holding your shield while swinging your axe or sword, read John Gwynn. It's beautiful. And he has no qualms what he puts his characters through either. So
that makes me afraid.
Yeah, it's a good time though. June.
I had a decent June. I had a really good June.
I had a wonderful June.
I reread a book. And then I read The Fury, which is a thriller. But then I finished the Shepherd King duology. So that was my favorite book. 2 Twisted Crowns. Rennell. We love Rennell.
We do. So my June, because as I mentioned previously, I finished Morning Star. And I needed to take a little bit of an emotional break in the Red Rising series. I picked up Dungeon Crawler Carl and was like, oh, I'll listen to this, and like in between some of these
Yeah, you can't. Carl.
heavier series, I'll read this, and I read books 1 through like 5 in June. So books 1 through 5 were my top reads of June, and then I also read Iron Gold.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's a good one.
and I was like, I need to move on with the next of the Red Rising series. And so July was finishing out Dungeon Crawler Carl as to what's available. And I also read a really good indie author. I can't pronounce his last name. It's like Brady Hunsaker. It's The Depths of Venelf. It is very good. It's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons vibes with a little bit of Witcher vibe. Like, to get magic, you have to, when you come of age, you have to journey into a cave that like goes down and down and down, and like
Almost like Dante.
yeah, like if you survive, you come out with a type of magic.
Ooh.
And like there's monsters awakening. It's real good. Book 2 comes out sometime next year, and I'm super excited.
I love that. Love
Very
that.
good.
Are we in July?
June and July. I think I might have ran on into July.
June and July kind of ran together for me. July, though, I only read one book, and it was a good one. I read The First Mistborn.
Ooh.
And it was, and I took some time to read that one, because it is, if you've never read Sanderson, we love Sanderson. Sanderson, he's very in-depth. He's about he's one of the best world builders of our generation. But yeah, that was the book I read, and it's so good. After having, like, when I read Sanderson, that kind of picked my year up. The first half of the year for me, I had a nephew that was born. It was a busy first half of the year, but in a busy summer. But after I read Sanderson, it kind of picked up for me. I loved Mistborn. I love Kelsier and Vin and Elend and all of Breeze and Sazed. Y'all know I love a good side character. Those are my
so
favorites.
good.
Such a good book.
Highly recommend to dabble in the Mistborn
Yes.
trilogy.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you have not. Did you say that was July?
That was July for me.
So August was real good for me. I can't pick just one book because I finished Red Rising and read Dark Age and Lightbringer.
Oh, yeah.
And crushed, because I'm not a crier, okay? Like, Erica knows I can read the awfulest stuff and, like, no tears are shed. I can watch things on TV and no tears are shed. I cried in both those books. I remember texting her, like, I'm unwell. Like,
And I was like, do I need to come over? Do I need to bring a pan of brownies?
I'm gonna need you to read this series so we can be emotionally hurt together and trauma bond.
Okay, to be fair, I have tried to read Red Rising. Okay, so I'm going to have to do an immersion reading where I listen to the audiobook. Because when I start a fantasy world, this is totally sidebar, I have to listen to the book because I have to know how everything's pronounced.
Yeah.
But the Red Rising books are read with a Scottish accent, and I can't understand it very well. So if you have recommendations to figure out a way for Erica to listen to the Red Rising, and I've tried the dramatized version and the regular one, and they're both Scottish, and it's a fatal flaw. I have a problem understanding accents, probably because I don't hear well anyways.
Do you want me to read it to you?
I do. I need someone who's... doesn't have a thick accent.
Definitely don't have a Scottish accent. I have a Southern accent.
Yeah, but if you have too thick of an accent, I'm like, I just smile and like
smile and wave,
and my husband's like, they're wanting to know if you want a cup of coffee, and I'm like, yes, I would, thank you.
So, as I finished that series, I read Of the Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, and it was phenomenal.
August was a great...
Like, I read a lot of good stuff.
So good.
There was also a 4-book series by an indie author I read. It was Andy Peliquin, and oh no, I forgot the other author that co-wrote it with him. It was real good. If you have not... It starts with Black Talon, and it's dragons and assassins and like overthrowing a government, but like we're not admiring your leathers when we're about to go into battle kind of dragons and assassins.
I'll admire your leathers.
But it was really, really good. I had a great August month.
August was good. I also read, as soon as The Night and the Moth dropped, we both were like, this is our girl.
Yes.
We both read that one in that book, and that was my favorite book of all. Well, I also read another one called by Callie Cassidy. She's recommended by Rachel Gillig, and it's called In the Veins of the Drowning, and it is a book about monsters, mermaids, not really mermaids, sirens.
You love a good mermaid.
I do love a mermaid. I love a book. I love a mermaid. I am all about the mermaid life. A book about sirens and a book about monsters. The world building in that one was really fuzzy to me because she world builds really, really fast with not a lot of detail. But it was a good book. I'll read the second book because I want to know what happens. But The Night and the Moth. Rachel Gillig.
I ate that book.
I love it.
I started on a Friday night, and by Saturday at like lunchtime, I was done.
Oh man,
it was so. I just couldn't put it down. Like I stayed up
so
super late, and then just let my kids run amok Saturday morning so I could read.
It was so good. It was so good. Oh man! And then going into September, I had a really good September. I read 4 or 5 books in September, which is that's not a normal for me. We had just gotten back from BookCon. I had met several wonderful authors.
Yeah.
BookCon is a romance convention, but it has a little bit of everything in there. So I read Meadow Slinger. We met the wonderful Andy Eloise, who's the narrator. On Audible version for that, highly recommend.
Yes,
highly.
We also listened to that one together.
Yes.
On our travels.
Yes, highly recommend.
That was fun.
I also want to shout out some of the authors that I've read. I haven't read all of my books from BookCon, but I also read Etta Lane. I read Fallon English. And then I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl. So it's hard for me to pick a favorite book of that month because I had a really good month. I enjoyed reading those.
My September was beautiful. I finished the Bloodsworn Saga, so I read books 2 and 3, read Metal Slinger, which was phenomenal, and then I started the Sun Eater series and read books 1 through 3.
You had a heavy month.
They were so good. I just couldn't. I was like, oh, because everyone was like, oh, get through Empire of Silence and it gets better. I'm like, okay, I enjoyed Empire of Silence. It was a lot. And then Howling Dark, I know a lot of people don't love it, but it's not my favorite book from the series, but I really enjoyed book 2. That's where things really set the stage and take off, and then Demon in White was phenomenal. And then I read book 1 of the Greenbone Saga, Jade City, and lots of times we get used to book 1. It's kind of in comparison to the rest of the series, because something's got to be at the bottom, but it's good. It's been really hard not diving into book 2, and I don't have it. And Libby hasn't had it either. So
Libby, our best friend / nemesis. You never get the book you want when you're ready for it.
No,
but it may be the book you need.
Well, that was true later, recently for me. But then today it was like, oh, these are available, and I'm like, they're out of order in the series. I'm not there yet.
We're eating dinner, and she's like, I don't need this book.
I'm like, I don't need this one yet. But anyway, September was a phenomenal reading month. We also went to LitCon, which was fun. We met lots of
LitCon,
fun.
not BookCon. I freaking said BookCon.
It's fine.
BookCon is completely different. LitCon.
We met some really cool authors.
Yes, we did.
And
that was a highlight.
Got lots of fun contacts. For some of them, hopefully we'll have them on the podcast at some point. It was a fun time. Highly recommend going to a book convention if you have the opportunity.
Oh, it's so much fun. It is so much fun. Wear the weird outfit. I love it. I love it. It's so good to be with fellow readers.
Moving into October, I had another banger month. Did you?
I had a decent month. We were on vacation. My sister and I read a book, an Ellen Hildebrand book. We try to, so in the end of the year, we're trying to read a book together so we can kind of, and we'll get to more about what happened in November. October was better. We read The Academy by Ellen Hildebrand, and that was really good. It was a 4-star for me. It's a school-based. It's about a boarding school. It's very good. And then I also read Carl II, which was Oh, it was good. It was good. The Doomsday scenario. I think we've done a podcast about Doomsday.
Yeah, we've done.
But it was. I don't remember. There's so many books. When you read so many books, it's so good. But I had a decent October. The two books I read in October, I really liked. So it made it better for me.
Yeah. October was a continuation of bangers for me because I picked a really good series to read.
Yeah, she did. She did better than I did.
I started off with an indie book. I just randomly found the author on TikTok and I was like, "Ooh, that sounds like fun. I'm going to read it." It was Fates: A Dark Legacy. Larry Dean Toller. He's on TikTok if you're a TikToker, and it was good. It gave major Witcher vibes.
Very good.
I enjoyed it. It was a 5-star for me. I'm excited to see what he takes with the rest of the world building. Like, it paced well, moved good. I also read Blood Over Brighthaven, which is an amazing standalone by M.L. Wong. Highly recommend. Was not expecting the twist and the fun, but it's a good time. I continued the Sun Eater series because I was trying to get ready for Shadows Upon Time for it to come out in November. So Kingdoms of Death is exactly what it sounded like. It was lots of death happened.
Kingdoms of Death. God, what a title.
It was a really good book, okay? Then the next book is Ashes of Man. It was not as good as Kingdoms of Death, but it was good. I took a break because I was like, I'm not ready to hop into the very last book just yet. That was out, and I read Empire of the Vampire, followed by Empire of the Damned. Excellent. And now book 3 has been out, and I have not read it yet. I also read Sunrise on the Reaping in November.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. It's sad. I enjoyed it. I will never reread it.
No,
and that's not because it's a bad book.
It's not a bad book at all, but it is.
I don't need that turmoil again in my life.
It's like watching This Is, like, my family has this running joke about This Is Us, the TV show that was on NBC. Not to down it at all, because lots of people like This Is Us, but I don't know anybody that watched This Is Us without crying, and our inside family joke is like, we don't need that kind of catharsis. So we're not going to be watching This Is Us. Yeah. We're not going to be, I don't know if I'm going to see Sunrise in the Reaping in a theater, because I don't know if I'm ready to cry in public again.
Well, it's just not something I need to revisit.
No, I'm not. Maybe later. I would love to read, like, when she finishes it, I would love to maybe start to finish it. May read it when Max gets, we can read with Cooper or Max. Cooper, maybe.
Not yet.
Not yet. He's little. Little.
We're going to do Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And then Lord of the Rings.
He loved those.
And lots of fun dinosaur and robot books right now.
I love that.
It's a good time.
I'll let you go with November first.
Well, we know her November will be short and sweet. Because if you follow us on socials, you saw what I shared what our November wrap-up was. I love my November full of reading.
We love that for you.
I finished Disquiet Gods, which was book 6 in the Sun Eater series. It was excellent. Book 7 was not out yet. Don't worry, I finished it in November also. So it was a big book. It took me a little bit to get it finished. But after I read Disquiet Gods, I picked up Mistborn. Because we had talked about, like, hey, let's dive into the Cosmere kind of together. I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and read Mistborn, and then we'll start Will of Ascension. I finished it in November, and it was wonderful.
They're so good. We love Sanderson.
It was so good. I was texting her. I'm like, I know you want to pace yourself with this book, but, like, I got things to discuss with this book when you are ready. I also, after finishing Shadows Upon Time, which Christopher Rocchio did a fantastic job wrapping up the Sun Eater series. If you're a heavy sci-fi, like you want to all the fun things, all these random worlds, and traveling light years away, read Sun Eater. It's beautiful. I read Rage of the Dragon by Evan Winters. It is so good. So good. Book 2 is also out, but I cannot remember if it's a trilogy or a duology, but I think that, oh no, I read another really good one in November. Sorry. I read a lot, guys. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm good at dodging.
I love it for you. I want to do that. My ADHD meds are like one task.
It is the only, see, you take meds for your ADHD.
But see, if I don't, then I can't read anything. So
I do not. And I raw talk it with audiobooks. So there is a difference.
It's fair.
But I've read book 2 by Abigail Owen. It's The Things Gods Break.
Oh yeah,
It's good.
I've read book 1.
It's good. It's Greek gods, Hades, and all this fun stuff. Book 1 is the games gods play. It's very good. Book 3 will come out next November, and it's like the final one. So if you want to wait on it,
I think I may save it and read it all together.
They're a fun, good romantic-y kind of vibe. Like, you know, very good. So please tell us about your phenomenal November that you had.
I'm actually not going to name drop any books because I don't want people to think that I hate authors. I DNF'd 3 books in November. And I'm just going to read you one of the...
Please share your review because I almost lost my water when I read it.
My review of the book was DNF. I'm sure it's a great movie. Which sounds really harsh, but I love you authors. Like, I think it's so great that you read a book. You wrote a book.
But sometimes it doesn't work.
Sometimes it just doesn't work. I did finish one book. I read books with my mom and my sister. We drew books out of a hat. The one we picked up was real bad. So we ended up switching our Christmas read to something called Tangled in Tinsel. It is a Kindle Unlimited reverse harem. So that's all you need to know. And I did recommend that to my mother to read. So that's where we left in November. To be fair, my mom is really chill. Like the chillest human in the world. She's not read it. Her Baptist comes out a little too much. She said, I don't know if I can read that. She will. I don't know if she will or not. My sister and I read it. It was good. It was enough to get me reading again. So
you had to have something. I told you to hop back into the fantasy world, and that would have fixed your problem.
I just couldn't. I couldn't. There was not. I read.
I know.
I tried just a women's fiction book. I tried the Hallmark book. I tried a smut book.
I tried fanfic.
I tried a fanfic. I tried it all. Yeah. I tried it all. I actually
That's
did.
a theme for a different book.
It is. It is. It's a fanfic. Tried it all, man. The Weasley twins. I'm kidding. If you haven't read any fanfiction, do it. So good. I did, however, start Well of Ascension in November. So I did, after I read Tangled in Tinsel. Really, guys, if you like a smutty romance holiday novel, it is a good one. I started Well of Ascension, and that leads into December. I read an Omegaverse, and then it's been a hard month, guys. It's been a hard month.
Clearly, the Omegaverse.
It's been a hard month. I read an Omegaverse, and then I finished Well of Ascension, and those are the 2 I finished in December, and my goal is to finish Hero of Ages before the new year, so it's gonna happen.
Yeah, we are currently in December. I read Brimstone. It was so good.
Oh, I don't know.
I had tried to start Brimstone in November, and I was like, no, I got too many other things because I'm going to want to solely focus on it. Mm-hmm. It was good. I also read Malice, which is book 1 of The Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne. Excellent. If you haven't figured it out yet, John Gwynne's an amazing author. Prior to finishing Malice, I had picked up book 1 in the Halo series.
Nice!
Fall of the Reach. It's been out forever, but if you ever played the game Halo and you want more of the lore, pick it up. It's so good. It also is available on audiobook, so it was a good listen. And then Libby app was like, Assassin's Quest is available. I was like, absolutely, which is book 3 in the Farseer trilogy. So I just finished it. And currently working through Hero of Ages. So I expect it to be a top one also.
We've had a really good year. we've had a really good reading year. This is the year we started our podcast. We love reading. Do you have a favorite book of this year?
Oh, gosh.
Or at least a top 2?
I can do... Oh. Okay, I can say my top romantasy
Okay, that's fair.
would be the Shepherd King duology.
Oh, yeah.
Followed by the Lady of Darkness series, because that was excellent. My top sci-fi would be Red Rising and Sun Eater, because they're both sci-fi but very different. Mm-hmm. So like it's hard to compare them other than they're both sci-fi. They were beautiful, and just like in general, fantasy reads or I don't know, it's probably gonna be Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Gosh, it's so good.
Because it was so good. Like,
It's
it was
just so
out
good.
of the blue, unexpected. And, like, Sanderson rates up there are super high. Like, I read a lot of really good stuff this year.
Yeah.
How about you?
If we go genre-wise, I still think... I love Sanderson. Sanderson's the best fantasy book I think I've read since Throne of Glass. Because Throne of Glass is that good of a fantasy series.
Yeah.
Sanderson's probably my top fantasy series. Romantasy-wise, really loved Quicksilver.
Yeah.
I really loved Quicksilver. Other book-wise, like other genre that I read, like just the random like women's fiction things I read. I really enjoyed The Academy by Ellen Hildebrand. If you like books that are based on school, because I'm a mood reader, love to read that in the fall, but I still think my best book of this year was The Night and the Moth. I really think
good.
that was my top book, because the way Rachel Gillig, I just can't. I mean, we've got a girl crush like we do on Manon Blackbeak. Rachel Gillig, we love you.
It's just, I'm so
You're
bad
so
with
good.
that question. Like, what's your favorite book? I'm like,
Yeah, it's all of them.
like my top
It's-
5, maybe.
We just love to read. We just love to
It's
read.
very,
Noodle,
very good.
Noodle, what was your top book? He said, The Meows Club. Did you meow in the microphone?
I think he was going to eat it.
I think he was too. Noodle loves the Meowscopedia.
But that's our wrap for the most part on our 2025 reading. Drop what some of your favorites
Yes.
were, or what series you're looking forward to in 2026.
Yes.
As always, thank you for sticking around.
Thanks, guys.